Hi everyone. So when thinking of informal education sites for this visit, Home Depot was the first place that came to my mind because I remember going there as a kid and participating in free workshops. And I went to their website and they actually offer online workshops now, like live streamed workshops. And I found one called How to Install Tile Flooring, and I chose that one because I have a little bit of prior tile making experience, and I thought this workshop would be a good complement for that and could teach me more about the installation process. I was also curious about how a large company like Home Depot delivers non-formal community-based learning, and I wanted to experience the program again under a bit more of a critical lens than I had as a child. So the session took place on October 28th at 5 p.m. and was led by two guys named Joe Cobb and Leland Spruill, who are two facilitators from the Home Depot live workshop series. It lasted about 40 minutes and cut between live commentary and pre recorded demonstrations of a third gentleman actually performing the tile project. The overall tone was surprisingly upbeat and friendly, and the hosts took turns explaining the tools and offering tips in between the pre recorded portions. There was an option to submit questions throughout the live stream, but I didn't witness anyone using that feature. I kind of wish I would have typed something just to verify that it was actually a usable feature. After the stream, viewers could download a PDF guide or rewatch the recording to refresh their memory. And there was also a post stream survey. The format felt pretty professional, but also relaxed, which is perfect for adult learners looking to gain skill without pressure or assessment. The clarity and accessibility were two strengths of the course as well. It was free, easy to join, and focused on real life application, which is always important for adult learners. There were clear visuals showing the different tools, and overall production quality felt pretty high, even though the pre recorded portions were a little bit outdated. This class left me with a better understanding of surface preparation, mortar types, and safety equipment, which were things I didn't always consider in my previous design oriented tile courses. From an educational standpoint, the workshop showed how informal learning can empower adults with flexibility and immediate relevance, and learners joined because they wanted to, not because they needed to. If I were facilitating this workshop, I would have added a quick recap or frequently asked questions section at the end to reinforce learning and make the stream ending feel less abrupt. But overall, it was an interesting experience revisiting Home Depot's informal education programs as an adult. I learned a lot of new information about tile installation, and my prior knowledge on the topic helped me tell the difference between when tools were necessary and when they were just additional ones being promoted. And the workshop was well formatted and offered multiple resources for those that wanted to study the topic more closely or review. As an educator, it reminded me how important it is to check in with students and make sure that what you're teaching is interesting and useful in some way. And if you can't modify the content you teach heavily because you teach a standardized subject, there are still ways you can adapt lessons and make sure your students are seeing the relevance of what you're teaching.